All right, guys, welcome back here. 9 a.m. Friday morning, June 18th. Got plenty of time before the market opens. Slow pre-market today. There's not a lot I'm looking at that's making me super excited. If you see here, I have no trades pre-market, 0 trades pre-market. It's pretty rare when this happens. I'm usually always trading at least a handful of times pre-market. So I really didn't see anything that was making me excited. I guess you could say UTME is one of our lead gappers, which is basically just a giant bottom bounce off of no news that I'm aware of that it's sold off. And then ANPC, we've traded this ticker quite a bit, and every time it spikes higher, it doesn't hold its highs, which is fine. We've made some good money on ANPC, but at the same time, the trend right now, it looks like it's fading a little bit. I'm not sure how well this ticker is going to perform. I think there's going to be, a lot of people looking at this past performance, and the hopes are just going to be a little bit low. $5, acting a little bit of support, 5, but 6 already coming at big resistance. So maybe we're going to get a little bit of a run up here into the market open. But I'm not super optimistic that AMPC is going to hold. Anything can happen, but again, those are kind of our 2 lead gappers, both of which are around 20%, which is, really not too exciting. Usually I'm not trading a ticker unless it's over 30% pre-market. So again, the reason why I wasn't trading. It's a little rough out here this Friday, which is fine, which made me think, what are people trading today? I mean, ultimately, it's a Friday. It's always a bit of a wild card kind of day. You don't really know what you're going to get. Sometimes people are already on vacation or, on the weekend mode. I noticed AMC, CLNE, and BlackBerry in the last 24 hours were really making their trend more apparent on Reddit, Wall Street Bets. So I think any one of those 3 could be an opportunity for today as well, because they have volume. And ultimately, that's what we need if we want to trade it. AMC over 60, very, very much in the high here. Like Micah was pointing out in the chat room, we don't have to worry so much about inflation till the next board meeting, when they're going to be discussing if it's possible inflation, or not inflation, dilution. Sorry about that. There's been so much talks about inflation lately. So that could help it squeeze up here, maybe back to 70. That's about a 20% upside. Could be an option. I'm not crazy about trading AMC myself, but could definitely be an option. If we see clean patterns, I wouldn't be surprised if I traded it today. BlackBerry, also big bottom bounce here, pulling back right now near bigger support. Could see another about a 10% rally towards bigger resistance at 15. Totally another trade worth looking at. And then we have CLNE, which also had a nice little bottom bounce, seeing big resistance here at 12. I'm not sure if we're going to break this area. I was actually waiting CLNE to pull down a little bit further before I wanted to jump in on this one. I don't know. It's tough to say, which ticker I really want to be trading today. At the moment, hands off a little bit. But if we get some clean action, I'm all for jumping in on a move. But just to trade, I'd rather not. So if I don't do any trades today, so be it. We had a really nice yesterday. We had a pretty good week overall. We had a great last week. June is, we're on halfway point, a little past, and we're off to a really good start. So no need to force anything today that's not there. All right, Sean, there we go. Yeah, so overall, I think just, being calm and collected and really waiting for the right moves is the way to go. That really allowed us to wrap up some nice profits yesterday. I only did about 6 trades yesterday. One was really a premature trade, And the other ones I was just really patient on, and within 3 trades, we made almost all of our profit. So just being patient, waiting for the right opportunity, and if there is no good opportunity, just not trading, especially on days like today, is oftentimes the way to go. I gotta say, ANPC popping up 36% and kind of holding the highs all right, kind of attractive. Upside, I just feel like is really limited on this one based on past performance. There is actually one thing that probably would be worth talking about today, which I'm not even really sure where it came. Actually, no, I do remember. If you guys have a Coinbase account, you probably notice occasionally something say for you. Let me see if I am logged into my Coinbase account. I don't really use Coinbase.com. I do sometimes use Pro.Coinbase, but every now and then I like to check Coinbase to see if there's something new. I have a little bit of crypto in Coinbase, but like I say, I don't really use it for much. Let's see here. Let's see if we can pull it up. So this is Coinbase. This is my Coinbase portfolio, portfolio balance. A lot of this is actually affiliate earnings, and there's a For You tab here, and this is oftentimes for actually wait, no, For You. Yeah, well, they'll talk a lot about what's latest in the crypto space, but also on Coinbase, new listings like Dogecoin, what they were talking about here a lot, and with the banks, the crypto centralized banks, that was a hot topic here. So this is kind of a good place to get some news. But earn rewards, I noticed here that 2 new earn rewards coins came up, and this is where you can watch a few videos, learn about it, and then they pay you for that. It's kind of like the old Survey Monkey stuff way back. Actually, that probably still exists. I don't know. I did it when I was in high school, where you take some surveys and you make $1 or something like that. I was like, what? Is this possible? This is like when, making money online as a kid, you're just $1 blows your mind. Anyway, this is a little bit similar where, you basically watch a video, you get educated, and you get paid for it, which I think is a great concept. And AMP recently came up on here, and I watched the videos on AMP, got my $3 worth of AMP, which I was like, all right, can't complain there. Watched Polygon as well, which a lot of you guys probably know Polygon. Anyway, AMP is a little bit of a new coin that was recently listed on Coinbase, and there was a recent really fat daddy dip here on AMP, and I think AMP might have a really, really nice run. Hold on, why is it not AMP? It should be 36 or something. There it goes. I think AMP could be positioned for a really good little rally here. If we come to, we're on a nice front side move on AMP with a strong pullback just like before. So I went ahead and actually accumulated a little bit of AMP. I did want to shout it out here. I did tweet about it earlier today, but I'm not sure how many of you guys are on Twitter. Plus, I'm kind of just getting started on Twitter myself, but I've had my account. I've had it for a really, really long time. September 2013. Wow, I didn't know I had it that long. But I'm starting to tweet a little bit more here. So I tweeted 3 hours ago, a healthy sell-off at AMPToken. Just went long the AMPToken. So I did want to share that here. If you guys are, I know a lot of you guys are in crypto, and this used to be a crypto channel where I would talk about my crypto day trades. So I think this is a good coin. I'm not day trading it. I'm going to be holding it for as long as we're on the front side of the move. So who knows how long that's going to be, or something drastic changes on this coin. But I think right now it's getting a lot of hype, and it's a nice addition to the crypto ecosystem, making payments faster by providing collateral. So for your wallets to send payments faster, instead of waiting, let's say 30 minutes for Bitcoin to get all the confirmations, it basically automates collateral so you may have instant payments. And yeah, seems pretty interesting. So I did want to share that with you guys. There's tons of videos on YouTube that explain it much more in detail, and also on Coinbase. I don't really want to dive into the details too much. Plus, I'm a noob when it comes to AMP myself. But as a trader, I really do like the front side move on AMP, so I did want to share that with you guys. Yeah, Coinbase fees are some of the highest, actually. They're pretty insane. Unless you start, throwing some volume on there. I used to have over $1 million in trading volume on Coinbase, Coinbase Pro. Again, like I said, I don't really use Coinbase anymore. But if we go here to orders, I did buy a little bit of AMP today. That's why portfolio says $2,000. I just bought $2,000 of AMP. But yeah, maker fees right now, 0.5%. Taker fees 0.5%. It's really, really high. So what I used to do in the past when I was day trading this portfolio, I basically was like, I'm not going to really use this account unless my trading volume is over $100,000, and then ideally over $1 million. But really, I think if you can get it over $100,000, which if you are a day trader is not very difficult. Even with this $2,000, if I just buy and sell 5 times, I would be already in this bracket right here. So yeah, you could build this account up really quickly. We were trading with 20, 30, sometimes $40,000 position sizes, and we pretty quickly got to $1 million in trading volume. So that all of a sudden put the fees, as long as you were a maker, so a limit order, pretty much competitive with Binance. So in a way, Coinbase, if you're using small volume like these $2,000, is very expensive. It's cheaper still than, let's say, BlockFi or other DeFi platforms, competitive with Gemini, but ultimately you just want to increase your trading volume, and then Coinbase Pro, not Coinbase.com, Coinbase Pro becomes competitive. But I'm sure many of you guys are already aware of that, so we could definitely discuss it a little bit more in the future if you guys are interested. Darren gets it. I love it. We got AMC diamond hands up in here. I use a mixture, Carlos, for many things. The thing is, I don't day trade Bitcoin as much, or crypto as much as I used to. I swing trade and hold it more now. So I'm spread out on different platforms, from platforms that allow me to stake, from DeFi platforms, Binance, Gemini. I'm all over the place. So, but for Coinbase, I haven't really been using that much anymore. They're getting a lot of new coins on the platform, and now that Binance.com is kicking US users off, I might use Coinbase Pro a little bit more. It's hard for me to say at the moment because I'm kind of still into the decision phase myself. And with crypto, I feel like you're always changing a little bit. Nothing's super consistent. But yeah, whatever works for you. I think Coinbase and Coinbase Pro are a pretty simple ecosystem, and I do like it. So if I did start using it again, I would at least fund it north of 10,000, ideally $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 fairly quickly, just to get my trading volume lower. Because those fees are insane. And just be careful. Coinbase.com, just, oh my God, the fees are insane there. I think I did an example to buy $1,000 worth of AMP this morning, and it was like $15 it would have cost me. It was insane. I was like, yikes. No, thank you. All right, let's keep going along here. Make sure we're not missing anything. JP Morgan announced his acquisition of Nutmeg, one of the UK's largest online wealth management platforms. That's probably a really, really good idea. And JP Morgan is sitting on a pile of cash, and they need to freaking invest it, especially with inflation coming. So I think that's probably a smart move. I don't really know much about Nutmeg. Mm. A lot of talks here about the Affordable Care Act, which seems to be racking in more and more victories. Juneteenth, we talked about yesterday, coming into right here. Let's see. June 19 marks the day in 1865 when news of emancipation finally reached Galveston, Texas, 2.5 years after Emancipation Proclamation was signed. That's crazy. Anyway, it is a holiday. It's been a holiday in several states already. The New York Stock Exchange said it won't close markets today for its Juneteenth, this year's Juneteenth, which kind of makes sense because that's a Friday, so it's not even, the markets aren't even, it's a Saturday, so the markets aren't even open, but I guess, yeah, close it in anticipation, but yeah, maybe next year. Hey, more market holidays, I'm on board with that. 3-day no trading weekends, I think are great. Bitcoin holding in the top 10 asset classes. Look at Visa creeping up nicely and slowly. Facebook's been on quite a little bit of rally here. Same with Amazon as well. Amazon had a big breakout recently. Let's check that out. Yeah, look at that. Nice little climb. Held support, and then boom, spike back up here, 7-8% move. That is a huge move for this stock. I was hoping we would sell off a little bit more, and then I was looking for a little bit of an accumulation myself in this area. Nope. So big, possible break here at 3.5 thousand. $1.8 trillion company. Yeah, that's heavy stuff. I don't know. Are we gonna get that? Brian says, markets look terrible. I'm going to sit it out today. Honestly, it's not a bad idea. I think if I wasn't streaming, I probably would be doing the same thing. I figured, we'll watch the open here, see what's going. And I don't know, maybe there'll be some opportunities that pop up. But I'm also fairly unconvinced with what we're seeing here. This has probably been the slowest day in June. This feels a little bit like May, where every day was like, ugh. But every month, even the hot months, always have their 1, 2, 3 days that are a little bit slower. Oh, I didn't watch Tagesschau today. Shame on me. I haven't watched it yet. I really like the fact that Europe is opening up its borders again slowly. I hope US opens up its borders. Curevac really fell off a cliff yesterday when it came out that their vaccine is like 47% or something like that, 48% effective. Blew this company apart, down 60%. It had a huge bounce though, big dead cat bounce. We don't know if it's a dead cat bounce, but with that kind of news, that's pretty bad news. So 80% bounce here. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, Curevac here on the mainstream news. If you guys are ever wondering why I check out the news with you guys every morning, it's because you get a lot of good trade ideas and investment ideas from just going through the news, just reading simple stuff. I'm a momentum trader, and my scanners are pretty much gold, and that's where I do like 95% of my trading. But for swing trades and whatnot, I actually get a lot. Even from Morning Brew, new SPAC conversations. Just overall trends, and then oftentimes my scanners are also picking up those trends, and then you kind of combine it all together. Keep it really simple, but I do like to always know what's going on for the larger macro trends. G0, always a good newsletter to check out. Remember we were talking about this? The couple who waved guns at BLM protesters pled guilty to misdemeanor. So apparently their crime was lowered from a felony. To be honest, I actually didn't even know they committed a crime. Apparently the law in Missouri is a little bit different than in Florida, because the Florida stand your ground law is pretty... you're reminded about it on a daily basis when you read the news in Florida. So to me, I didn't think they actually did anything wrong. Apparently... it's not so aggressive in Missouri. But that's going to be a good case to follow up on. Just kind of stay up with the latest trends. Wall Street Journal talking about retail traders pulling up the whole market. Supreme Court ruling on ACA, the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare. Yeah, a lot of the repeat news. Nothing too new. Wow, we're still not getting any significant moves. It almost feels eerie. It almost feels like there's something big brewing, but it could just be a classic case of the Fridays. Yep, CLNE. Nice little move there. I don't have a lot of fun trading tickers like this because I oftentimes just get shaken out. I mean, look at this massive move here. If you had a perfect entry and a perfect exit, you're up 2.7%. That's nothing. And you're freaking, getting a heart attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. Everyone has a different trading strategy, but my strategy is fairly quick. So I probably would have just got shaken out. And you never have a perfect entry, perfect exit, so you're probably walking away with just a chunk of this move, maybe walking away with 1% or so. So, yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time trading these kind of tickers. I would swing trade them for sure, but day trading, mid caps isn't really my cup of tea. So yeah, it looks like meme stocks today are maybe going to be taking center stage. That's what we could be seeing. SPY is going to be down -1%. So the SPX will probably open red. VIX up 11%. That's actually quite a big move on the VIX. Bitcoin futures more or less break even. David Santos, we have a whole entire Discord where we talk about scanners, but here is quickly the link to the Discord, totally free. And then we just use simple pre-market scanners that check for whatever's gapping the most. Very, very simple stuff here. Here's an example of my pre-market. Let's see, edit. And you can always see any changes that we make to it. I used to have it a little bit more complex, but I realized that TOS, when you have too many filters, it starts tripping over itself and it'll start kind of removing stocks that actually should be on the scanner. I'm not really sure why, but I've noticed, 4 or 5 additional, or not additional fields, but 4 or 5 total fields, I start having issues. Even though the criteria are right, the stock stopped appearing. So I kind of reduced it to a very, very simple filter here. And the filter is very similar for once the market opens. Remember to have mark percent change as well in the field, or else it doesn't pick up pre-market. So we got another 3 minutes here before the market opens. AMC looks like a nice little pullback potential. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Again, if I don't do any trades, you know, so be it. I don't know, Irie. That's, you know, I don't want to say it's an irrelevant question, but it kind of is. And the reason for that is because I have a day trading portfolio, and as long as it's over $25,000, you know, it doesn't really matter. So I usually keep this account around $30,000. Once we start trading with about $50,000 position sizes, you know, I'll increase it, so at least it's like a 1-to-1. But I pretty much trade the whole entire account size. Right now, I trade, you know, pretty much half the account size for each trade. Around $15,000 is roughly my average. Actually, in June, we're a little bit below that average. And then, you know, if I have like 2-3 red days in a row, I just make sure I always have a nice buffer above 25K, because then your margin account on a US exchange is is at risk, right? But what you could also do is fully invest this account, your margin day trading account, have it fully invested into a stock like, let's say, I don't know, AT&T, get your 6% dividend, and then still trade that account for day trading. A little bit riskier, but at the same time, totally possible. So it's, I don't know, it's a tough question to answer, honestly. Because it's just so different than investing or swing trading. It's just like I don't know. Man, yeah, I never really want to mix those two topics up. They really have nothing in common. I don't remember the last time that rule was changed. I think it's pretty much been there since the late 80s. All right, guys, another 20 seconds here before the market opens, and I still am not really seeing anything to trade. You know, ANPC might be one of the more interesting ones, but you know, this one on the daily is so ugly. So I'm not sure what kind of upside potential we have here. Wouldn't be surprised if it just sold off the rest of the day. Maybe we'll get a move till $5.5 or $6. We'll see here. Good luck, guys. Oh yeah, good idea. Time of force day. P&L open. Last week's I can't remember P&L open anymore. Time of force, that was the first time I forgot it though. Thanks for the reminder. If you're really just looking to trade something, you know, you could try to jump in on these dips, but no thank you for me personally. Switching to my top gainers watch list. UTME. I don't think I'm going to be touching UTME. I think it had its nice little front side move here. This actually would have been potential, but man, very short-lived, and it's not really my classic go-to either. ANPC, CVAC, yeah, a lot of tickers we've talked about. CAI had a buyout, so that's not moving. GERN, sell-off, nasty open. Yeah, and then obviously AMC is moving quite nicely here. So like we were saying pre-market, it looks to be more of like a meme stock kind of day. Nice move over 60 and holding it pretty well. Volume's already pretty high for the fact that the market just opened. So this could be a big trading day here on AMC. which means we might have similar meme stocks following along like BlackBerry. Sean says, what do we have to do to get you to believe in AMC? I don't know. I might have to just buy one share because then I get my free popcorn at least when I go to the AMC movies theaters. So that would probably be a good upside. I mean, how much does a bag of popcorn cost at AMC? That's the real question. How much am I looking to lose on one share of AMC? I don't know, potentially more than a bag of popcorn. It's tough, I think if it squeezes past 70, I would be zero surprised. I would not an ounce of me would be surprised. If it randomly, if I woke up tomorrow and it was at 30, I would also not be surprised. And somewhere along that line, it's just like, is that the risk reward that I want to kind of take on? Is that I don't know. Is that going to help me sleep at night? I'm not really sure. All right, one sec, guys. I'll be right back. But as long as AMC is on the front side, buying it on any major support is a good idea. Right in this area, $40, great bounce, 40% bounce of that. Pulled back, had another bounce here, 20%. So right now, I mean, this could just be a healthy pullback, and then we'll have another move. I mean, this move, like we said, was, actually more than that. For some reason, I thought it was less. 60%, that's a really strong move, actually. So if we get a similar move, that would instantly put us here to the 80s. But I think if we break 80, that could create a short squeeze very, very quickly if we break the former high. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. ALF halted. ALF is also on the front side. Did have an aggressive pullback. 12%. Very light volume on ALF though. Oh boy. Well, at least one candle was over 100K. That's okay. 6.8. Should open up at 39. 18. Okay, getting a little bit of move here. Good call out, Abdul and 007. ORPH looks to be a big bottom bounce as well. Their shares dipped after Denmark-based biopharmaceutical company said overnight that it had received a complete response letter from the US FDA regarding the treatment of their drug ANPC. Company, it was disheartened and disappointed with the FTC's decision. Around an 80% bounce off the lows already. Pretty impressive. Kind of reminds me of UTME, which also bounced around 80%. Or wait, no, that was CVAC. Sorry about that. Let's go to the 5-minute on CVAC. This was about an 80% bounce here. So really, really similar moves. AMC is still continuing that nice little front side there. Pretty okay trade. Kind of looks like BlackBerry holding on as well. Up 2% now. Trying to break past that former shoulder. There's going to be a lot of resistance here at 1365. Breaking. Nice. There's actually pretty decent volume here on BlackBerry. Same with AMC. Yep. So definitely a meme stock kind of day. Exactly what we were talking about pre-market. Nice. 4.5% move already. Yeah, ANPC, I don't know. This one's tough. It's very wiki in these areas, but at least it has a fast rate of change. So if you get one of those, sell very quickly. Could be a good way to go. Yep, CLNE trying to break the 12 for a second time. Oop. AMC forming a little bit of a flag here. Could be an option. $63.8 to around $4. There's definitely significant resistance there. So no major surprise that it's seeing a little bit of a pullback in this area. Question is can we break that 64 zone, keep on running towards about 70 or so? That would be the next major resistance. Right now would actually be a perfect entry. So if I was interested in trading this one, this would have been probably the best time to do it. Let's see what happens. Sometimes these meme tickers trade very nicely, have very good technicals. Because that's pretty much all you got going sometimes on them. Yeah, that was a perfect trade right there. Nice. 2% move. I would be out already. Another trade would be waiting for this, either buying the breakout, which I probably wouldn't do, or holding or waiting for a little bit of waiting for a little bit of a, there we go, continuation here, pulling back to key support, and hopefully having a bit more continuation there to $69, $70. Those are both options. Yeah, I have a 180 simple moving average, Rick, on my longer swing trade chart. And yeah, we're going to be seeing a little bit different because you're using the 200, but yeah, it holds very, very true to that. So sometimes just recognizing those key moments, spots, and then trading those into the swings, 40%, 30%, really nice moves on AMC for sure. I was watching the second interview with Aaron, the CEO of AMC, and the YouTube channel Trades, and there was something really interesting that Aaron said. I didn't know it was so crazy. Let me see if I can find it quickly. All right, I time-stamped it.
And when I talk,
one sec,
about this, yesterday in the United States of America.
So you need a website. Go to Fiverr. Get your
AMC shares represented 11% of all the options on all the public companies that exist in the United States yesterday. One company, 11% of all the options trading yesterday was in AMC shares.
Damn.
That's why you see such high volumes in our stock. That's why you see such, that's not the only reason, but that's a reason why you see a high volume in our stock.
But yeah, that's a crazy crazy interview, huh? Yeah, so just think, yeah, I see that. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, so think about that. I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of volume, a lot of hype, and the second that hype drops, that's where AMC is going to run into issues, because I think everyone knows AMC is in a bubble right now. I don't think there's a lot of people that don't realize that, but that's the whole point of the squeeze. But that's also why I'm a little bit skeptical or hesitant to start swing trading in these areas, because you just don't know if you're going to wake up one day and you're down 50% or whatnot. You could also wake up one day and be up nicely 30-50% as well. So yeah, it's one of those things that you better try to get on a little bit earlier. And I feel like jumping in on it now is a bit of a sucker's game. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Again, it could do both things, and I wouldn't be surprised. Ultimately, there's less upside at this point. The microchip's been good, man. My shoulder's feeling better. I'm not feeling super drowsy. Last 2 days, I was so tired. So I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm pretty happy about that, because I couldn't really find the energy to do anything. I think Thursday I pretty much took two or three naps. Rick, what do you mean by MA value? I'm not sure. Binary options, David, are a scam. It's a scam site. Yeah, that's actually, let's talk about that. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, let's quickly talk about the swing trades, because I don't think I'm going to do any day trading today. We haven't really changed any positions yet. PaySafe is actually slightly moving to the upside finally, after, oh my god, PaySafe's been a rough one. Finally came out of this descending channel we've been in for so long. I mean, just ridiculous how long we've been in this descending channel for. So we're cracking to the upside of that one. We are seeing a little bit, one sec, of sell-off again, but finding kind of support on this trend line. So to the upside, or to the positive, we are on the upside of this trend line. So that I'm pretty hopeful on that. I think we just need the spotlight back on PaySafe, and this thing could rally again. For now, I'm just holding. If I have some more funds available, I'll probably try to accumulate as soon as possible on my Roth IRA account. But again, I would have to sell a position first. We are, what it feels like, stuck in a few positions. I wanted to sell ACIC fairly soon. I was really hoping we'd get another rally here, and I was looking to close out this position above 11. We were so close to that. Now it's sold off again. I'm a little hesitant to sell these companies because they're just kind of like, pending news. And I think they could all have a really good rally. And I feel like the second I sell it, they'll have the rally. So since it's my Roth IRA account, I'm totally fine with holding these for, weeks or months. It doesn't bother me at all. But at the same time, there's a little bit of an opportunity cost associated to that, which is a little bit painful sometimes. GHVI, Indie, wow. Indie Semiconductor sold off so much after the merger. I was really shocked, actually, how much they sold off. We have to go to the 15 minutes. Does it show it? Not really. Anyway, it looks like a little bit of support came in here. I don't really plan on selling Indie anytime soon. Overall, I do still like my position on it. And then NVVE finally crawling up as well. A lot of these have just been snoozers lately. Here's PaySafe on the daily chart. So it looks like a little bit more support's coming in, which is making me pretty happy. Shift Technologies, great rally from the bottom. I'm waiting for a second rally here, ideally past 10, and then I would probably consider taking profits in that move. That would be a fairly significant move, almost around 70%. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw it though. Osprey Tech Acquisition Corp. I'm just accumulating this one. This is one of those classic tickers. I'm just constantly accumulating. SoFi, super happy about this one. This one's going great. We did manage this position one time in between. That was really, actually really good. We sold it almost at the perfect high here, and then rebought the pullback here, and then the merger happened. And right now, waiting for a move over 28. I have no rush to sell SoFi. VIH. This is one I'm not accumulating anymore in my Roth IRA account. I have an investment portfolio, and I've been accumulating VIH every month now. So I have a pretty decent size in VIH. But yeah, this is another one of those snoozers that just like is not moving at all. ZKIN, I have a kind of small position on this one, but it's getting to the point where this ticker is not really moving much, and or moving a lot to the downside. I feel like we could wake up any day and this ticker is back to 655. For now, I have a limit order around 5.5. But if we wake up with strong pre-market action, I would probably consider moving this one up to 6.5 based on any sort of catalyst. But all the catalyst is pretty crypto heavy, and it's always NFT related or DeFi or something like that. So we need a little bit of a rally in the crypto space, and I think ZKIN will rally again. But I think ultimately, I think ZKIN is going to be a loss for me. I'm down $800 on it, but it's a pretty small position size overall. So it's actually a substantial percentage amount that I'm actually down on ZKIN. So I think no matter what happens on this ticker, I'm probably going to close it for a loss. But overall, we've recovered really nicely. We closed out quite a few swing trades in the last few weeks, and our count is pretty much back to break even from the point of the big SPAC sell-off. So I'm pretty happy about that, but again, it's just been a little bit slow with our swing trading at the moment. Rick is saying, yeah, I use the 180 simple moving average just to kind of tie together with 30-day months a little bit. So you have 9 months. I mean, six months. So like half a year, pretty much the trend for a half a year. Slow, slow, slow. Yeah, not a bad little pop there, Ramoli, on ORPH. There's definitely some action here. Especially right here as ORPH popped back above the 9 EMA. This was actually kind of a nice little move. Nice little pop. 10% for sure. Congrats to anyone that nailed that. It's actually a really good call. I'm definitely not super vigilant today. I'm just kind of pause off and kind of enjoying it. I think I'm going to call an early weekend here, guys. This is going to be my first time in, I don't remember the last time it was, definitely a few weeks ago, where I didn't do any trades. Very, very rare. I mean, just a handful of times a year where this happens. So we're wrapping up today. 0 trades. No big surprise. Already watching pre-market, and we were chatting in the chat room here. There was just really nothing going on. Meme stocks and some big dead cat bounces where pretty much the juice, the main action going on. So I think one thing to take away here is, when there's not a lot of small cap action or your traditional gap and go action, then you got to think, where is the action? Because there's always a little bit of action somewhere. And today it was big dead cat bounces, big bounces off the lows after there's been huge sell-offs, and then just the meme stocks eating up a little bit of volume as well. AMC, it's going to be a fun one to follow up with throughout the day, see how it's holding up. Good luck to anyone long AMC. I mean, the fact that it almost broke 65 is pretty big. So let's see if we can get that rally to 69.70. That would be super sweet. And then if we could break 70, I think, you know, this one's going to at least rocket for a little bit. Maybe have a blow off top or something like that. That would be what every retail trader is looking for. So I hope it happens. Appreciate that. Final countdown. Infinity says, do you feel like no trade days are wasted days? No, not really. I mean, it's just a day to kind of learn and kind of also appreciate the good days. I mean, obviously, it's unfortunate that you can't trade. I mean, like yesterday, I was like, "Oh man, you know, it'd be cool if we could make another 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 tomorrow." And when I saw pre-market today, I was like, "Oh, that's a shame." But at the same time, you know, you just got to take it for what it is, and we'll be back Monday morning. You know. But yeah, I'm not pivoting too much. I'm not like randomly trading meme stocks. I'm not randomly trading bottom bounces because exactly like Infinity Master says, you know, you want to have some sort of conviction. And usually when I'm pivoting too much or trading mid caps, my conviction really falls off a cliff, and my trading does as well. So sometimes I feel like it's not even worth it. I don't actually have the statistics on overall what my mid cap trading is like, but I should look into that, see if it's even worth it, or if overall my mid cap trading is positive or negative. I'm actually not sure about that. That's true, Scott. No trade day is better than red day. Stay hydrated. Yep. I've been chugging so much water. So I think I'm like overhydrated. I'm doing a lot of bathroom breaks lately. All right, guys, take care. ALF being called out. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Easiest way to support the channel. I know it was a little bit of a slow day, but you know, I think you learn to appreciate those days as well over time. And yeah, I'll see you guys first thing Monday. And anything else? No, I think that's pretty much everything. I'll see you guys then first thing Monday. Have a great weekend, guys. Ciao, ciao.